Hello and welcome to this episode of the Ranting Atheist podcast. So we'll be listening to the second part of my conversation on time with Rella. Basically me just having fun with that, discussing how one lives life without God and other random shit. So if you haven't subscribed up, Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube and other places you find podcasts, check out the show notes for links you may find useful. I believe WhatsApp is there, emails and other things. Even the episode on time with Rella on Cindy's podcast, it will be there in the show notes. So let's go and listen to the rest of the conversation I had with Cindy. So
one thing I also hold a grudge about is, okay, let's say that, let me start from here. Like, you as an atheist, how is your mental health?
It's in the toilet.
How is it like right now with the whole mess
it's
in Nigeria?
The soccer way.
Do you think it would have been better if you were still like a Christian?
Yeah, I will find a way to delude myself and say God is working in mysterious ways. Like, it's part of why I'm still in Nigeria.
You know, like,
it's part of why I'm still in Nigeria. When I tried a few times to leave Nigeria, it didn't work. I created in my head that God is giving me a sign that my wealth is in Nigeria. Meanwhile, August they kill me. I see they see shaggy. So those are the things. I've even seen somebody like a former classmate of mine when I was going through the conversion stage. We had like a 2-hour conversation in front of his house where he was not saying that he's not going to leave Nigeria because God has not yet told him it's time to leave Nigeria. I'm like, I'm like, bro,
he's still waiting.
I was where you were. We are on our own, no. We are on our own, no. No go hear word now. See answers. They waste people for lucky, no consequence. You think we are not our own, Abi? Okay, they wait for
I think
God.
like religious people have leaned into the consequence of God. Do you get? They are not looking for consequence now. They are looking for consequence when they die.
You ain't waiting to find that shit out, man.
So like, so I question: how do you now handle situations like that? Whereby something affecting your mental health. Like, what did you used to, okay, when you were religious, apart from deluding yourself, what did you used to do? Did you ever know maybe you used to get anxious, and did you know it was anxiety? Were you depressed, and did you know it was depression, or did you think it was the devil and things like that?
No, I didn't think it was the devil. I just felt like it was just a normal emotional reaction. But then I'll not give myself
really? When you're a Christian?
Yeah, it's like feeling sad now, feeling down because you lost something. Like, I did not see it as the devil, but God punishing me, maybe. I also remember when my parents were facing political bullshit in Redeem. I felt that okay, maybe this is his testing phase. God is testing my father. Not knowing it's just basically callous human beings doing their shit, like Adeboye's fucking wife. You know? So those were some of the way my brain was working there. The cognitive dissonance, holding on to opposing ideologies at the same time. So it was basically like, this is a bad stage, you know. God help me, oh shit. Maybe I know they pray well. Maybe I know they pray well because I was quite lackadaisical in my Christianity. I don't hide that. I just tell like I was deliberately lukewarm because when I was in Covenant University, the people that were spirikoko, serious with God, they were people that liked to report fellow students to the authorities and make them expel them. And me,
snitches. That's it. Do you know that thing you said? Yeah. How can we be so asleep? Yeah. That we don't understand the consequences of the things that we do. I'm not saying people were right for most of the things that we did, but most of the things that they did. But if you ask people, that, oh, you reported somebody and they got expelled. Do you see their reaction? No remorse.
No remorse now, because they feel they did the right thing. Because
they are right or they are better.
Yes, now the idea behind that is you are complicit if you keep silent. If you don't report to the authorities that you are complicit, you are just as guilty as they are. So is that religious mindset was the anchor that makes them believe that if
they see you breaking the rules and don't report you, that did them. Society. I said, I wonder why this religious mindset no dey spread inside society. Like when you see your fellow colleague in the government stealing money, you know they should report.
Hypocrisy is also a package deal. That's it, because even right there in the school, a lot of these people they call student council work, they are basically like prefects. Those guys flouted a lot of rules, and they were looked over
because they had phones. The power.
Yes, they had phones. Yeah. A lot of them had phones. A lot of them left the school illegally. A lot of them, what else? So some of them even failed their exams, and it was worked out for them. You know, that is how hypocritical they are. When this was just basically about power. Power. So that's why I'm never surprised
what would you say? You were saying?
I said that I'm never surprised about when any of these religious leaders fuck up. I'm like, they are human. They are the ones that believe they are special. They are the ones. It's not a surprise.
That bought into the idea.
Adeboye is like the most insidious criminal of them all. Like, he doesn't come out, being all noisy like Oyedepo. So you can't think he's a criminal. My daddy said that somebody will be blessed today. Nonsense. Deceiving them. This APC where was saying, I cannot do. This motherfucker created a department for political movement, hoping that it was Osibajo that will be the front runner for APC. When his boy is not involved, he's not saying, I'm neutral. They are not neutral. That church is as bigoted as all those Yorubas that are talking nonsense. They themselves are fucking bigots. In their upper echelon, you hardly see Igbo people. In fact, it's hard. Where you see the Igbo person is in their own state. They have to have somebody dies, an Igbo person running things there, because it is what will be beneficial for them. But in the general organogram of reading, is Yoruba people. Fucking bigoted church. So I wasn't surprised. He won't support anybody that's not Yoruba. Things don't cut.
So if I say introduce yourself, okay, you don't have to.
Where were we?
You know who you are. You are talking about how Adeboye is like a fraud guy. Their ministries.
That's. What did I even stop again? I was saying his style is very easy for people to fall for it, because he presents as this humble man. It's always, my daddy said that somebody will be blessed today. So that thing, people, they always fall for him. The whole Osibajo. Do you actually find it fascinating that people like them in this age where there are a lot of people suffering and all, but these people are cashing out? Like, to me, even some of their teachings about prosperity is weird. What they see prosperity as. Do you get? I mean, you're a pastor and you are said to have like private jets. And this is probably this is like maybe crowdfunding because they are taking money from people.
to
Without
do
those
these
things,
things.
they not gonna believe say God can bless
And then you
people.
tell them they are not praying enough.
It's the joy of Christianity wherein when good things happen, you praise God. When things are not going your way and things are bad, it is your fault.
It's the devil.
Your fault.
The devil.
It's you that allowed
devil
devil.
is trying
Still
to
your
take
fault.
advantage.
So Christianity is what they say. What is Christianity if not gaslighting, persevering? Christianity is one big game of gaslighting. You are in Christianity. You are born broken and commanded to be whole. Christianity prescribes they say you are defective and they are the ones with the solution. It's maddening. It's only Christianity that can solve the problem that Christianity quote unquote created. You are born sinful according to Christianity, and it is Christianity that can make you whole and save you from the God that made you.
I think that was that thing you just said. That thing you just said was one of the things that I had like a huge problem with when I was transitioning. Then when people say that shit for me, that shit is so annoying me. I'm like, how are you saying that a child that has zero experience is born a sinner? That's weird. I mean, that's just a weird way of thinking to me, though. So, like, with the Ranting Atheist podcast, I know, what do you hope to like bring to like the Nigerian community for atheists and like agnostic people?
Yeah,
what like do you understand the question?
What do I hope to achieve? What I hope to achieve is to have a voice for Nigerian atheists, for people to know that atheists exist in Nigeria. You know, we have atheists that are virtually non-existent. Like, people cannot fathom that there are people who live their lives without believing in Yahweh, Jesus, Allah, or one Babalawo. Like, they feel that, okay, if you don't believe in the Christian God, they're doing Allahu Akbar somewhere. If you're not doing Allahu Akbar somewhere, then you are carrying sacrifice to one Baba to help you consult some evil demons. So you must tick one of those 3 boxes. And when you come as somebody that doesn't buy any of those, they look at you as a pariah.
Like a crazy person.
What the fuck? Are you okay? So that the first step is to be like, yo, we are here. Now, second step is for the atheists that find out that they are not alone to also be encouraged to make their own type of content. Because I come with the fuck you, fuck your God, fuck your this thing, and that does not work for majority of people. That style is not to convert. I'm usually shocked when people tell me that the podcast helped them. Although I can understand why, because it's people sharing their story. But there are also content wherein I'm just going like, fuck you, fuck your God, shut the fuck up. I don't hear your stupid fucking God. Your God is a fucking slavery apologist, all those kind of shit. It doesn't convert, it doesn't change mind, that style. So I hope this will encourage other atheists to be like, yo, guy, this your style doesn't work. Let me show you how, or let me do my own. And come with compassion and kindness and understanding. They should do it their own way. And if it's video that works for them, do that. If it's audio that works for them, they should do that. If it's the written word, I'm hoping somebody can start creating a religious news blog that's focused around the religious stupidity of Nigerians. Then we podcasters can use it as news. We just be reading from it and talking about it. That's another way. So those are the different. That's what I hope this will achieve. That will encourage people to create their own content that they are comfortable with at the end of the day, because it's content that is going to spread the word that atheists exist and religion is bullshit.
Well, that's cool.
That's basically it. So Are you there?
Yeah, so the question is, in the future, do you think, like a place like Nigeria, do you think we'll have more religious people or more people leaving religion to become atheist and agnostic people?
Well, as at this time in 2020, the ranting atheists did not exist. But 3 years later, here I am. So it is happening. There'll be more people who lose faith. It just do not be as fast as one we want it. It's going to be a very slow burn, slow climb. Because.
Well, what are you excited about the most in this journey of, like, for people that are going to transition out of religion?
Yeah, the excitement is seeing more Nigerians begin to live in reality, because living.
Sure.
Yes, it's thinking about it can be scary for the believer. Like, some people are saying that, how can you live in this? I've seen people on Twitter that will be shocked at the existence of a Nigerian atheist and be like, how can you live in this Nigeria without God? With the way this country is, how can you, It's a very scary realization that we are fucked. Yeah. Like, the day it dawned on me was on that 20th of October 2020. I was like, holy shit. We're fucked. We are really fucked.
You know
we
what?
have always been on our own.
You know what? Kind of like that 2020 year, for some of us that couldn't be around, we're trying to make it trend. You get the whole entire thing. You know what was scary to me that made me stop, literally, was when the conversation shifted from, the regular tribalism, where they try to, like, maybe, should I say, put holes in conversation, when it shifted to LGBTQ people.
Oh, God dang it.
Yeah. I won't lie. See, and I felt myself like fear. Do you get? Because I think that kind of like showed me that we've actually been living in a very wicked delusion. Do you get? Like, ignoring the reality of other people.
Yeah.
Like, then I could see it. Like, like, for like a whole 3 days, 5 days, the TL was filled with homophobia. I'm like,
the great unifier. That's what
I couldn't take that energy. Yeah.
It's a fucking unifier.
Imagine that being your whole life. Nah, that's
no, like, did you not notice with Femco, when they said they support everybody, including everybody dropped, everybody lost focus and started pounding on Femco.
Yeah,
that is the root cause of the witch hunting. That's the root cause of the witch hunting of Femco. The fact that they showed support for LGBTQ.
Sure. Yes.
That is the root of it.
How can you say you are fighting for human rights and in the same breath say no, apart from yours?
So
that is just crazy to me. Kind of like wicked. So, like, on this your journey of transition, is there anything you regret? Do you have any regrets?
The only regret is this shit should have happened sooner. I wished it happened just as soon as I graduated from school in 2011. Like, it would have been hell for me if this happened when I was in university. Like, because university is already hell enough as a believer. You now lose your faith in that school. You now realize that they are enforcing a very stupid belief. Do you know? It's going to have been a total mindfuck. So the only regret is me not deconverting earlier. I was 30 years old when I deconverted. So when I meet people who do it earlier, I'm envious.
I'm trying to think. I was 20 something.
So
yeah, I was like 21, 22.
You see, so that's the only regret. I didn't. My eyes were not open earlier. I would have made. I think different decisions. There are some decisions I would have made that I know I would not make if I didn't believe then. So that's some decisions I made that
like for
I
me,
made some different decisions.
I think the regret I would say that I have could be maybe some of the things that I believed or how I treated certain things or people. Do you get? Because religion tends to when you follow, it tends to give you this place where you think you are better than people or you are special. And what did the converting, what did it teach you exactly? Like, what did living religion teach you? What did you like? What did you change?
What did I change?
What did it teach you and what did you change?
The converting shows me that, first of all, I'm not special, but I'm not also broken. I'm just a human being bumbling through life. Then, of course, homophobia. Like, I was very homophobic. Like, it was even to the point I remember I beat one of my roommates. So that bad. Then misogyny. That one. That was a huge detox. Because I've always believed penis is greater than vagina. That was how we've been configured, not knowing that. Even if it took us out to be like, after listening to women speak, exactly, that was even what made me to start to be like, that is true. Like, even if we grant that penis is greater than vagina, what did you do to qualify to hold that penis? The same way Oyinbo thinks they are better than black. What did they do to become Oyinbo?
Exactly.
So it was that combat to be like, the subjugation favors one side. That is why they continue to fight for it. The same way white supremacy, they keep fighting for it
to remain,
because it benefits them.
Yeah.
That's why the misogynists will keep fighting, because submission, always reminding women about submission. If somebody was supposed to naturally submit, do you need to remind them?
At all. They don't remind you to blink or breathe. But they need to remind you to submit.
Those are the mental shifts I had to make after realizing that
I think that
nothing special about me.
I think that for me, when we were like religious and all, we're very vocal about a lot of things. For me, especially maybe LGBT or anything related to that. What I try to do now is to also be, because I see some of your tweets. You are very vocal about your support for leaving the LGBTQ people alone.
Yes,
literally,
it comes from guilt too. There's also guilt. Like, exactly. I was like these motherfuckers.
So I don't see the reason why now we should be quiet. Do you get it?
Yeah.
The same way we were vocal about it, we are vocal about it now. I mean, I feel like maybe because of the upbringing and all, like I said, representation. When I was growing up, I didn't really know, because everybody's trying to hide it. Nobody's going to tell you that they are part of this community and all, because of
it's dangerous.
Reaction and all. Yeah.
It is dangerous just existing.
Exactly. But I think that human beings need to learn to be more compassionate about things they don't understand. It's not even about that. I think that's one thing I learned, transitioning out of religion. I don't really need to understand things for me to be compassionate. Do you get it?
Yeah.
you definitely cannot understand everything. And using that, we are trying to understand, blah blah blah, as an excuse to nah. For me, yeah, that one there, I don't even encourage the conversation. I remember there was this girl that was trying to, this Amara the lesbian. I follow. She's
Yeah,
popular in
I
Nigeria.
think I've.
I follow her Yeah, you'd have seen her content. I follow her. I was following her content back then, and then somebody that she didn't know that I had known the girl like online, basically. Like I know her online. And she tried to start this conversation about her, see this girl, blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, it's none of your business. The way I shut it down, I'm like, you know what? This conversation, nah, don't bring this rubbish to me. It's not your business. There's no point of talking about it. And I feel like that's one of the things that I like, that really, like, stepping out of religion has taught, like, me and all. And I think it's a great thing, because when we look back, you see there are situations where we would have been more compassionate and we weren't. And
yeah,
using this.
Yeah, back to that critical thinking. I've met homophobic atheists. Those ones,
yes.
I'm like, where do which angle do you come from? Because, like, there's even somebody that I actually had to shelf his story because of his homophobia, and they think they are not homophobic. They see that you should not kill them.
They don't see anything wrong.
Yeah, the way I put it to him, like when I asked the question, like, do you see any bigotries that you had as a believer that you lost? So that already brought up the LGBT. They say, I really don't have anything against LGBTQ, but it's unnatural. Like, hold up, unnatural? But how? You do know that the animals in the animal kingdom that show homophobic, the homosexual behaviors. You have seen. If I was sending I'll send a video of homosexual lions.
A lion. Yeah, I've seen that.
So before we knew it, he shifted it again. He shifted it again. Next thing,
I don't even let it get to that me explaining animals anything. I'll just ask you, who gave you the right to determine what is normal or not?
No, me, I was still trying to form whether critical thinking or reasoning. Like, okay, I've reasoned your way out of religion. If you're able to reason out of this, because so what I now placed before him, because he was saying you're not homophobic, I said, okay, let me show you that you are homophobic. If you are in state or a house of assembly or parliament, and there's a bill to vote against the right of LGBTQ people, would you vote yes for that bill or against? He said, I will vote my conscience. I can't vote against my conscience. I said, what will it be? He said, it's going to support it. Something that will take away their rights. I said, yeah, that is all.
You are for human rights.
You are homophobic.
Human rights activists.
You don't need to the violence. You don't need to be all those people that beat them up.
Yeah,
you don't have to beat them up to be homophobic.
You don't need to.
The fact that you have the power in your hands to affect their life and you use it negatively because of who they are, you are homophobic. There's no way about it. So we hammered for like 30 minutes on that issue. I had to just end the conversation there. We couldn't even go forward the story again because I was just trying to. What I was trying, I just had to end it, and I had to just discard the story.
This thing you just said, this thing you just said made me. I told somebody one time that being atheist doesn't mean they would have sense. Atheism is not a yardstick for people that are maybe intelligent or compassionate or even understand humanity. Atheism is what it is. Do you get? I would say even the same thing with feminism, or even that's the same reason why feminists too can be like misogynistic in their own way. They can also be homophobic too. And people like maybe some people think exactly. Some people think that maybe because you believe in certain things, nah, it is not.
Like once
you
you
still
are an
find a lot
atheist,
of
it means you are not homophobic and you are not a misogynist. You have to do double check.
that's not true.
Like it's even so bad sometimes when I see some atheists follow me on Twitter. I will do a search on their tweets to see all their tweets, whether there's homophobia or misogyny.
I see. Yeah.
Because that thing they always blindside me. I was like, what? So you are still harboring this bullshit?
I will see. I'll never forget this girl I met on Twitter. That I was talking about feminism, and she was insulting me to somebody, like a mutual friend on Twitter too, and she was like, all these lesbians. I'm like, So because I am a feminist, if you are grouping me to be a lesbian, like, you're not correct. Your head is not serious. I said your head, like, she's not serious. I just blocked her because me, I would rather not engage. There's no point engaging with like people on certain things. Just let them be. They'll walk their own journey, basically. But anyway, I'm really glad that you have that community, because when I was transitioning, I told you, I think I shared it on your this thing, that it was one person that I was sure was atheist. That was the first person I was meeting. And these kind of things can help people answer certain questions. And we know like the results, or like we know the understanding that comes with, okay, I'm not crazy, I'm not alone. Do you get?
Yeah.
Because some situations can feel very lonely for people, and they don't have who to talk to or to share what they actually.
MTN
need to retire to start their yam business.
I'll tell you.
I'm starting the recording. Yeah, so do you have anything to say to maybe young Nigerians that are just coming up, that have questions that they need answered, and tell people like where to find you?
Okay.
Where to find the Ranting Atheist?
Okay, so is it like people that are just coming out of the religion, or
yeah, even people that are on that journey, they have questions.
Okay, yeah, if you are questioning, I will strongly advise you to suspect both sides. Do not trust what an atheist says, or a Christian, or whatever religion you're coming from. Like, suspect both sides. That's the first step. That's what I did.
Sure.
I did not trust both sides. I saw Christianity as hiding something, and I saw the atheists being used by the devil, so I had to look at them like, suspect. That. But
true.
But they were making sense, but suspect. So that's the first step. Don't trust both sides, because Christianity will tell you not to trust the other side, but trust them. I am telling you, don't trust both sides. Suspect both sides and put both sides to scrutiny and see who will come out on top. That is the key. That's one of the key things. Then for those who have come out, if you're angry, it's normal. You can let out your anger.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just you need to calm down. You might need to calm, depending on your situation. The coming out, you need to know your situation. If you're in a situation where they will off you physically, please, you have to hold it. Especially the ex-Muslims. That is a very tough situation, and unreal situation. Like, you just can't imagine what it's like.
True.
Then if you're in a situation where you have people you are depending on, please, you need to weigh your options. You need to fight for your leverage, because many believers will choose their God over their family. So, especially if you are dependent on your parent, they will cut you off fast. So that's why I'm happy and my parents are not feeding me. So they want to cut me off. It's their loss. They will not see their grandchildren. No problem. Yes, no.
True.
That's the you claim your leverage. That is the
one question.
Yeah.
If you had the power to change something for like young Nigerians, what would you do for them?
I feel the power to bestow critical thinking on people will be nice, because that will have ripple effect.
Instead of people shouting logic over emotion, they will think.
That's gaslighting tone now. When they are trying to say you are being so emotional, like people's lives are at stake. You will not be emotional. When people were shouting NSAS, you people were dying. You want to come.
What did they say they were shouting with it?
What made people go out and stand in Lekki for how many days? Is it logic?
It's not logical.
They blocked Lagos Ibadan Expressway for how many weeks? Is it logic? So frustration, like people are dying. You don't know if you will survive that day. You can just be on your own. Somebody will come and say you're Yahoo boy. What you know is they don't off you. What logic is that? Come and be saying logic. It's all these idiots that want to gaslight. They're already doing it for this election period. Say emotional. People are being emotional.
Logic.
When you want to vote, you should not vote with emotion. What do you think campaign is about? The campaign, the politicians are trying to press your emotional buttons to vote for them. Why do you think they were pushing the anti-Igbo rhetoric?
I need to figure out. I swear, we need to understand who started this logic over emotions.
It's all a gaslighting tactic.
Wow, it's just... So, yeah, it is.
Anybody will buy them now.
Yeah, so that's it. Last. Okay, so please tell us where we can find you. Yes. When do you have your Bible study for people to join?
Okay.
How can they join your community?
You can find me on Twitter. Like, no, this is my current account. I hope this will last. Yeah, I've lost 4 accounts on Twitter already. So, this is that bad.
Why? What happened?
My tweets now. Suspended now. When I call out those Muslims pedophile prophets, they take it too personal. So.
Oh wow.
It happened three times. They don't
like. Whoa.
So it's that bad.
That's fascinating.
So currently I am on Twitter. I am at Ranting Atheist _ on Twitter. Then on Instagram is TR Atheist Pod. On Clubhouse is TR Atheist. TR Atheist on Clubhouse. Then if you want to listen to the podcasts, just go to podpage.com /TR Atheist. So you see all the different episodes and different platforms. But if you want to go direct, go to Spotify or Google Podcast or Apple Podcast. Search the Ranting Atheist, or even on YouTube also. I post on YouTube too the episodes. So the Ranting Atheist. That's where you can find me. But I'm mostly active on Twitter, then Clubhouse, then Instagram is just visitation and go. But
so when do you have your
Bible study? Is usually Wednesdays, although
discussions.
The discussions are at random time, where time they know work and everything. Okay. So, but it's usually Wednesdays that I try to, like, although the last 3-4 weeks I've not been consistent because of some personal issues, but it's usually Wednesdays. And you just check my page on Clubhouse, you see the schedule. So it's usually Wednesdays we do the Bible study, and we read the Bible and catch cruise. You can come beering with you. Can come with your wine or your beer and be filled with the spirits. Liko sakala sundaraka sindiki sinla kubarashinda. Yes, power of the Holy Ghost.
Anyway, it was fun. We had a really long chat.
Yes. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please subscribe up Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and other places you find podcasts. And check out the show notes for links you may find useful. If you want to have a conversation, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great week, and I will catch you on the next one.